Recording.
Recording, okay. Let's call the meeting to order. If you call the roll, please.
Kate Vargo. Dan Delahunt.
Yes. Here.
John Fike.
Here.
Blake Harris.
Here.
Greg Peugeot. William Siemens.
Here. We have a quorum. We have the minutes from both the October 17th and the 30th meetings. What's your pleasure?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the minutes from both meetings.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. Any questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Minutes are approved. This is an adjudication hearing, so if you wish to give testimony, you're going to need to be sworn in. So if you'd raise your right hand, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? If you so, say, I do.
I do.
You are sworn in. When you give testimony, I need you to come to the podium, give your name and your address so that they can record who's talking. Okay, the first item is an area variance to zoning code section 1145.12C, 1123.04B to allow a minor subdivision that would permit side yard setbacks of less than the minimum requirements in a proposed RMF residential multifamily zoning district and a PF public facility zoning district. We have the staff's comments. Is there anything additional?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The current zoning of the site is PF Public Facilities. The northern piece of the proposed subdivision is in the process of a rezoning through Planning Commission and the City Commission to be zoned to residential multifamily. The surrounding zoning of the current parcel to the north is R2F2 family residential. To the east is both RRB residential business and R2F2 family residential. To the south and to the west is also R2F2 family residential. The surrounding uses of this site are both residential and business. The existing use of the northern parcel is a vacant building, and the southern is a community center. The proposed use is going to be residential and in the community center. The applicant is in the pre-process of purchasing the northern building at 1215 Campbell Street from the Campbell Christian Community Center. To do so, the parcel must be split, putting the buildings on separate parcels. The original building of the site will be on the proposed northern parcel, which is the Campbell School, and the modern addition, which is the community center, will be placed on the southern parcel. Currently, the buildings are attached via a breezeway. The applicant is requesting to split the parcels through the breezeway, which creates a zero setback, lot line for both parcels. The project would involve a firewall design subject to building codes and new utility service to the southern building to split the current single structure into two separate structures to satisfy fire codes. The zoning code requires a minimum 20-foot side yard setback for the northern parcel based on the residential multifamily zoning. And for the southern parcel, it is determined for each development is what the code says. Some districts in this code, such as downtown business, permit a 0-foot lot line setback as long as all building and fire safety regulations are met. Due to fire code standards, if this were a detached building, they would propose a 5-foot side yard setback. So that is what staff is recommending for the variance. The variances being requested are for the northern parcel, a 0-foot side yard setback, which is a relief of 20 feet. And for the southern parcel, a 0-foot side yard setback, a relief of 5 feet. The northern building is a great example of historic architecture in Sandusky and is registered on the National Register of Historic Places. It is currently vacant and the exterior facade is in need of care to prevent deterioration. The reactivation of this property will salvage this historic structure from further decay and add vibrancy to the neighborhood. Both parties involved in this case have determined that keeping the buildings attached via the breezeway and adding appropriate modifications to meet all necessary codes is their desired outcome. The owner of the property and the proposed residential developer are working closely with staff to make sure all building code requirements and any other applicable code regulations are met in order to move the process forward. Staff celebrates the preservation of this historically significant structure in the city of Sandusky, and we strongly recommend approval of the variance at 1215 Campbell Street, parcel 57-65011.000 with the following conditions. And that's that all applicable permits are obtained to the building department, engineering department, division of planning, and any other applicable agency at the appropriate time of the construction and operations of the project. Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak in favor of this request? If so, please come to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Bob Beck, and I reside at 1126 Billetter Drive in Huron, Ohio. I am presently the president of the board of Campbell Christian Community Center, formerly known as the Nehemiah Partners, and it is our desire to save this building. We've been operating at the old school for 15 years, and over all that time, we've put tons of money, tons of time, and our ministry, our mission is to create safe places for children to learn and grow while surrounded by caring adults. We simply cannot do that and maintain the building as it is, the old school building. The new annex part has a kitchen, has a gym, has everything that we need for our kids. We do anticipate growing and adding on if the funding and other resources are available. But at this point, we found somebody who wants to develop this property. We have enough faith in this gentleman, Glenn Pickens of Icon Construction, that we will deed, if everything goes according to our hopes and as Alec had described, which we would echo and mirror everything that he said. If everything goes well, we're going to deed over a third of our property and let Mr. Pickens develop that and save this old building. So with that, you know, we've got some technical people that can answer technical questions. I'm not that guy, but we certainly appreciate being part of the growth and vibrancy in Sandusky, and we appreciate your consideration. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of this request?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Glenn Pickens. I reside at 31300 Park Avenue in Westlake, Ohio. I would be the potential developer, owner, and operator of this multifamily structure we're talking about. And I would be happy to answer any questions to move this favorably.
I'd like to make sure everybody has the opportunity to speak first, and then if there's questions, we'll get back with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of this request? Does anyone wish to speak against this request? Seeing none, we'll come back to the table.
Through the chairman, just out of my curiosity, I'm wondering, is the entrance for the school on the southern portion into the breezeway? Is that where the main entrance?
You want me to stand up?
Sure, if you'd like to, yes.
So the question was the entrance to the apartment building?
No, well, I'm curious about that as well, but first off, I want to know is the entrance into the school on the southern portion of this, what will eventually be a lot split?
Where's the front door?
Where's the front door? Where do the kids and teachers, where's everybody ingress, egress into the school? Is it in that breezeway section?
The community center we're talking about?
Sure, yes.
Yes, that's on the north side of the newer structure. So it would be on the south side of the school building that we're talking about.
Got it. What's the access, what are the access doors that are in that breezeway? Where do they lead to?
They lead to the breezeway, which is technically connected to the community center.
Okay. And then what will be your main access for the apartment building? Will there be access on all sides or
No, the main access would be on the west side of that
on
building.
the west side? None on the north or east?
No.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, could you just tell us a little bit about the project that you're planning?
Yes, so the plan is to maintain all the original historical elements of the exterior, the windows, everything there. The interior would be converted to hopefully 18 apartments, 12 of those being 3-bedroom, 6 of them being 1-bedroom, more efficiencies. between the 3 floors. There would be updated mechanical, electrical, plumbing systems to convert these to livable units.
And they're going to be at market rate? Did you read that?
Yes, sir.
And Nehemiah is going to continue the ownership of the. Thanks.
Any other questions? I've just got 3 things I'd like to add to the motion when whoever makes it. I'd like to make sure that besides the conditions that the staff has presented, that one, that this variance goes through only if the zoning is approved. If it's not approved, then the variance goes away. 2, that the variance be just for the area, the width of the connector. In other words, the connector's 17 feet wide, the variance would be for that 17 feet. And 3, if the connector's ever removed, then the variance goes away again.
I would make a motion to approve the variance with staff conditions being met and with the 3 conditions that Mr. Fike has stated being met.
Second that.
Okay,
May I have a question, Mr. Chairman?
yes.
With your comment, what happens to the outbuilding there? Isn't that going to be a 0 lot line also?
There is the boiler house.
Yes.
Okay, that's off the property line by, I think, 5-8 feet. I see it.
Maybe a little bit better than that, yeah.
Okay,
So that's good already. Okay.
it exists.
Through the chair to Mr. Delahunt. Yeah, so that would be considered an accessory structure. Accessory structures have different setback requirements. It'd be 3-foot minimum since it's in the rear yard. So the staff had no concerns of adding in a variance to that. And Mr. Chairman, while I have the microphone here, I would suggest instead of the 17 feet to move to 21 because the bump out of the original school structure, I measured about at 21 feet and that would encroach into the current variance. So just for safety, I'd err on the side of caution for 21 feet. Thank you.
That makes sense. Amend your motion accordingly.
Amend the motion according to,
Do you have any questions
Mr. Oaks.
on what we've?
on the motion, on our motion?
Understood.
You understand, I mean, it's, if you take the breezeway down, you don't need a variance because it's gone.
Right.
And its variance is just for that 21 feet right at the breezeway, so.
Correct, the breezeway will stay intact.
Yep.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to add, I did mention that this is currently through a rezoning process, which is ongoing. I spoke with the applicants. We're still trying to confirm a date, but they will need site plan approval as well, so there is additional review on this project. Just wanted to add that.
Okay. Would that be what, off-street parking plan approval?
Yeah, that's correct, off-street, landscaping, lighting, et cetera.
Okay. Any other questions?
We don't have a second on the amended motion.
I'll go ahead. Yes, second on the amended motion, please.
Okay, we have a motion amended and a second. Any questions on the motion as amended? Not, please call the roll.
Dan Delahunt,
Yes.
John Fike,
Yes,
Blake Harris,
Yes.
Bill Siemens.
Yes.
the variance is approved.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Luck with it. Project.
We want you to have good luck, let's put it that way.
Yes.
There's no other business. The next meeting is December 19th.
We'll have it.
We're going to have one.
I'll see you there.
All right, the 19th, huh?
Okay, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
A second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Yes, thank you.
Put it in my pile.
I'll take